going, everyone? It's Liam Carlson here, and we're reacting to the Vampire Diaries with episode number 20 of season 5. So, yeah. Interesting events happening in regards to the other side. I say that because I guess the last episode that I watched in the Vampire Diaries universe was the original. Some interesting stuff happening there in relation to, obviously, the disintegration of the other side, which obviously when Bonnie was told in regards to if there's some way to fix this damage, basically say goodbye to your friends and say goodbye to you, basically, because obviously if the other side goes down, then Bonnie goes down again. So yeah, but we kind of said goodbye to Enzo, because obviously I imagine he's going to be sticking around, especially if the other side is acting up. But he did die in terms of the mortal coil, albeit of course he did kill himself by forcing Stefan to rip out his own heart, and shit stirring, basically, obviously finding out a bit more in regards to Enzo and Maggie and how Damon was responsible for Maggie's death, and yeah, that caused a whole kerfuffle, didn't it, in terms of switching off emotions and, yeah, like I said, him basically forcing Stefan to, to kill Enzo, I guess, so, but like I said, there is this kind of shit-stirring element, because there is Damon has no idea that Enzo is dead, so that secret's going to be kept, in the dark forever, isn't it? Yeah, like all secrets do. Let's get into this episode of the Vampire Diaries. It is episode number 20 of season 5. Let's go.
XR plus. But extra security is a minus.
I mean, this is just eerie as well.
Looks like this is gonna have to wait.
Because this is Tyler's body and she thinks, it's Julian.
You're not.
No, he's. Oh shit! Come on, Tyler. Oh, is he free? Like, but he's gone because he's gonna warn about. Yeah, what the next plan is in regards to the double. Oh my god!
Friend Enzo, I can't get a read.
Enzo.
Uh-oh.
Didn't he go to Cape Horn?
He flipped his humanity switch. There should have been a body count all the way to the airport.
Something's off.
Take that curse and they just move right on into Mystic Falls.
And come after Elena and me today, as in now.
Oh well. Marcos had a good week or two in the land of the living. Now where is he so I can kill him? No idea.
Time to go back to being dead.
Am I interrupting something?
No, we're just,
unpacking. We're unpacking. There you go.
You're not making the vibe any weirder. Especially since Caroline is suspecting something as well.
Oh yeah, tucked you in safely.
well, that was an extreme circumstance. Enzo almost killed me.
Probably read you a nice little bedtime story.
Just
Stop it.
Look at her.
You're the least
Look, she's picking up vibes.
For some reason I thought that would feel better.
It just feels nothing, and she would just be like, underwhelming.
Well, Luke did the cloaking spell. Stefan and Caroline are here, so we should be good.
Yeah, except
But
it's
if
not
it's
going
too
to pan
hard
out
for you to be here,
well.
Kick me out?
Kind of like keeping that secret.
Yes. No, I don't know.
People are getting swept away. And when this place goes, you are going with it.
Yeah.
No, I have to tell him. I just need a few more days with him before it's...
Oh, yeah, she's touching, isn't she? Because, it's kind of like they're bleeding through in a sense.
Yeah, I know. But you know what? Think of all the times he's lied to you and call it a freebie.
This isn't like oh!
Happy to find my death so amusing. I'm sorry that you have to go through
This isn't like retribution or whatever. But if I was in Damon's position, unless I turned off my humanity completely and just did away with like I don't give a shit about my best friend, then I'm gonna be very, very curious. You know, why is my best friend ghosting me? So, especially with how obsessive Damon can, I guess how obsessive he can be. He's not gonna forget this shit. So yeah, especially after, you know, the last time that Damon interacted with Enzo, yeah. It's gonna prompt room for concern. So he's not gonna forget. Shenanigans. He's like, oh, the plot thickens. Yeah. He can cause some shenanigans.
No, I'm not talking about Enzo.
Yeah, but
I'm talking about Stefan and Elena.
he's putting the math together. Why is Enzo not responding?
Come on. She's single now. You two are on the outs.
See, Caroline's thinking one thing, but when it comes to Enzo, Damon's starting to play.
My name is Matt, and you, Julian, are inside my best friend, aka your own personal hell.
Gonna get real bad for you, Julian! Oh!
Let's play a game called Never Have I Ever.
Oh, come on, it'll be fun.
Come on, it'll be fun.
I'll go first. Never have I ever died.
Oh, come on!
By my evil doppelganger while she was pretending to be me.
Low blow.
Tough but fair.
Never have I ever kissed a Salvatore brother.
Never have I ever had my reactions
Today.
blocked. Just down it.
Never have I ever lied about where Enzo is.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Pushing me underwater.
Okay. I blame it on the spirit of Bill Forbes, but I don't
There you
think he
go.
was type. Besides, why would a ghost be targeting you?
Oh. It's Catherine.
I don't plan on killing him, but I do plan on getting my answers. Where's Marcos?
You're making this very difficult, Julian.
Knowing Marcos, he's going to want to get rid of Tyler for good by making this my body
Kind of like with Elena and Catherine.
permanently.
Can't let that shit happen again.
If someone were emotional enough.
Enzo.
Enzo's dead?
Yeah.
Is Damon Loki hearing this?
Killed him.
Super hearing and all?
Enter the complication.
Ah,
Enzo's
there
dead.
it is.
You killed him. Lena told me.
So you didn't know either?
Nope.
And
That
your
secret
really
lasted,
was-
what, half an episode?
Yeah.
So we're gonna find Elena and there we go.
I found them.
Oh, Luke.
About it makes less sense.
I just didn't want to put you in an awkward position.
Because it wasn't awkward when I accused you and Stefan of being makeout buddies again?
Actually, yes. It was.
Well, you weren't really doing a good job at covering your tracks.
The fact that you took this long.
He was your friend.
It's kind of complicated just thinking
Yes,
about Damon.
Stephanie was my friend. Which is why I, above anyone else, should have known that he was dead.
So just
Let's
believe
just
that
find
he was
stupid
alive and causing agony at a random airport.
Smell that?
Bait. Yep, there we go. Oh shit. Oh, it's kind of giving Damon a bit of a Like a little bit of a reminder of what happened with Augustine.
Salvatore and his murderous brother die a fiery death.
Yep.
You listen to me, Enzo.
You left me to burn, so now it's your turn.
Bonnie came back, Marcos came back, I'll find a way. But this...
Let's not bring any more people back.
How do you think...
There we go. Listen to reason.
Don't let me down again.
I mean, he can't hear you.
Jeremy!
Shit. Well, they got Julian.
Feel... Look, I know that...
Had to do that.
I guess that was expected, wasn't it?
That's the last time they'll hear about it from me.
Damon.
He wasn't gonna say, oh, blood under the bridge. You did what you had to. Etc., etc. Especially in terms of the whole secrecy. You did what you had to. Oh no. Oh
What is he
no.
doing here? I mean, this is our home. We can't.
No,
let him
we
take
are not
over.
doing this shit again!
Handled. I promise.
Time, go.
Shit, and without the knife as well, it's gonna be a bit more difficult.
Impermanent.
This is fucked up. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my
Make it
god.
stop. I take it you didn't find my body.
Oh my god. I mean, it's not impossible, as we know with Catherine and Elena, but...
Hi.
Because I know you, and I know you guys had that weird little chemistry thing going on.
Oh, please. You're delusional.
I didn't want you to think any less of me.
They are teasing things again with these two. They are definitely
I'll meet
teasing
you
things.
by the car when you're done.
Oh no, don't tell me the Travelers. Oh my god.
Hey, we're leaving. Pack your stuff.
Being around you drives me nuts. And not being around you drives me nuts.
It's complicated what he's feeling, isn't it? Oh heck. Oh heck. Can you not all fuck off? Piss off, the lot of you! Jesus Christ! Well, they got their doppelgangers, so they can be happy. Ugh. But, yeah. I mean, at least Enzo's not going to cause any more chaos for the time being, I guess. Unless he wants to really help out with the Travelers and just taunt them to shit. I don't know. Because they all need to fuck off. Yeah. So. Especially now that Julian is permanent. And, like I said, as we know, when it comes to, because when they tried to make Catherine permanent inside Elena, it's not in the sense of permanent as in, okay, well, that's going to completely destroy the previous host, the host that's being suppressed. It just means that we won't have any kind, like, they won't be able to do the whole switcheroo on a command, etc. So they still need the Traveler's Knife. The problem is, obviously, we know that's Byrne. And that's apparently the only one, so it'll be interesting to see how they undo that shit. See, it's kind of weird because, I mean, I feel like it's obviously drama for, you know, just shits and giggles. Because all this time, I just keep in the back of my mind this whole situation of Stefan kind of having guilt for killing Enzo. He didn't even kill Enzo, that's the thing, but he still has that guilt. So yeah, it's kind of bugging me. Yeah, because it kind of doesn't make sense, does it? All this time in the back of your mind, you're just thinking, well, you didn't really kill Enzo. He killed himself. But, you know. And to make matters worse, really, there is, of course, going to be, you know, think of all of the times that, you know, Damon has lied to you. This isn't an IOU or anything like that. Right? So, yeah. And it is kind of just a bit jarring because I feel like it does create drama for the sake of drama, to kind of fill in time before we get to the final 2 episodes, and we deal with the travelers. So yeah, because again, I still don't vibe too much with the travelers, with Marcos, and yeah. If anything, obviously, there was this race against time to stop Julian from being permanent, which I know has been something done before in regards to Catherine being permanent, and that packed a bit of a heavier punch. But we just need to find some of it. But I think the stakes are raised a bit further, of course, with that whole situation, given the fact that, well, the Traveler's Knife is, yeah. It's not exactly in tangible condition, is it? So, but yeah, like I said, I feel like the whole drama thing when it comes to Elena keeping a secret, Stefan keeping it. That's it, though. Elena was an accomplice to something that she didn't even need to. Yeah, I do get it though, because like, in some semblance, keeping the fact that Enzo is dead, like, that in itself is okay. Not wanting to see Damon go off the rails. But it's just the fact that there is this whole situation of, yeah, I killed him, when you did not kill him whatsoever. If anything, he just tricked you, he thrusted himself, there you go, have my heart. So, yeah. And to be fair, even if you did kill Enzo, Damon killed Lexi, so eye for an eye and all of that. So, you know, it's not a, like, obviously, Stefan, it's not exactly an eye for an eye, but, I mean, it's not like Damon, you know, the whole never have I ever killed my brother's best friend? Well, yeah. Because, I guess, yeah, Damon, Stefan couldn't have done that, but Damon did. So, yeah. But, yeah, it was going to be very interesting to see how Enzo was going to, interact with the group. Because he was, as we found out in the last episode, plotting to cause shenanigans, and obviously with the other side being in a bit of a disruption at the minute, it was going to be very interesting, and interesting it was, especially in terms of how he undid Luke's little protection bubble, how he yeah, I thought he was going to do the whole cliche write a message on the mirror once it was steamed up, etc., just to kind of freak Elena out. But I think being drowned and all of that probably is a bit more worthy to be freaked out over. So, yeah. But, yeah. It was a very, you know, like, interesting stuff, but I felt like there wasn't a necessity in terms of the whole secrecy thing when it comes to, you know, Stefan didn't kill Enzo, should I say. So, yeah. But, I mean, there is this whole idea of Stefan not wanting Damon to hate him. Which he wouldn't have hated him anyways, but, I mean, one could argue Damon would just jump the gun, assume that Stefan killed him, and Stefan's word, it wouldn't be me. But you've got to have a bit more faith, like, especially if Enzo's going off the rails, you've got to have a bit more faith in your brother who's, you know, got his marbles together, whereas Enzo, on the other hand, not so much. So, but there's also the idea of Damon just losing that kind of stability, really, because of the fact that he's trying to fix Enzo up, he's trying to make amends with him. He can't do that if he's dead. So yeah, but yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what will happen, because I kind of want Enzo to. I mean, they did plan. Damon did say that we'll find a way to bring you back. I'm not sure if that's going to be viable. Obviously, we know with Marcos, it's possible, but in terms of... Well, here's the thing. On the originals, I did mention that there is a bit of a tie-in going on in regards to how the other side is not doing too good, which obviously makes sense. This is the same universe. It's not like, the originals is part of the multiverse, so it's not in another universe or anything like that. But yeah, the originals is having its own fair troubles with the other side. And there is a certain character that is also dead, who we may have seen before. You'll know if you've obviously watched both shows. But there is a certain character that's asked a certain witch, you gotta bring me back. So they can just be an absolute see you next Tuesday. So, yeah. And one of my main thoughts was, okay, I mean... This with this whole scenario on the Vampire Diaries, it does feel a bit more lucid, because Damon's only saying, okay, we'll just find some way to bring you back. Whereas this character on the originals, they've contacted this witch who's very powerful. And there are real stakes, considering how integral he is to, to certain things. I wouldn't say Enzo is integral in a sense. He only showed up midway through season 5, I guess. But I guess he is to Damon. So yeah, but let's say they do find a way to contact Bonnie or some. Well, I don't know if Bonnie would be willing to help out. Maybe Liz, because I don't think Bonnie wants to kind of cause more detriment to the other side. But hypothetically, if we do find a way, my main worry is it's going to make the other side even worse if you do decide to bring more people back. Marcos coming back really sent things into a bit of a spiral, of course. So yeah. And you just got to think, if you bring more people back, then is that going to cause more damage? Is that going to be, as I made the analogy in the originals episode, is it going to be like picking a scab? Is it going to make it worse in this whole scenario? So that's my main thought process on if you do bring Enzo back. So yeah, but I just feel so bad for Alaric. Damon's saying, oh, we'll bring you back, and Alaric's like, bitch, what the fuck? Have you just decided that I'm not good enough for you now? So, yeah. Yeah, friendship with Alaric is over. Enzo's my new best friend now, again. So, but yeah, I mean, it was really, really great to see vibes being played out in this episode. Like I said, I mean, obviously, just in the back of your mind, you're just thinking about all of this secrecy about, Stefan dealing with that guilt where he's got nothing to be guilty about, I guess. Yeah. Because you just think about the fact that, well, he did kill himself at the end of the day, Enzo, so... and he wants to see the brothers divided, so... Yeah. But yeah, it was really, really great to see certain vibes being played out. Obviously, with Damon, he even said about the fact that he's holding it in for Elena, the pain that he's going through, and that obviously, I mean, it's not just the pain of Enzo and finding out that Enzo did die. It's the fact that there is this whole thing about Elena, and I mean, I do here's the thing, and I did see a few comments refer this in the Resident Evil episode about the glimpses of Stelena and if there is potential for them to be back together. And, a few people were even in agreement about the fact that I don't think this, I think if anything, this is just going to say that they are not going to be together. And they are not meant to be, etc. So, and I think with this episode, it kind of really expands on that in a sense, especially because there were definitely vibes between Caroline and Stefan. And again, it's not a position that, I mean, it's something that I guess be okay with, but I just wouldn't do, just based on the fact that I've always seen Caroline as the new Lexi. But I am sensing those kind of vibes. So, especially with the interaction that Stefan and Caroline had before. The travelers decided to catch up. So yeah, but you could definitely see that Caroline was a wee bit jealous when it came to Stefan and Elena and how they were talking things out, etc. So yeah, but and then of course you got Damon and Elena, as I just mentioned, and they did have that kiss at the end of the episode. So yeah, but it was very very interesting stuff to explore those emotions, and of course but like I said, I felt like with the whole guilt and all of that, I felt like that was just unnecessary. I felt it was unnecessary in the last episode when Stefan was like, oh, we have to keep this a secret, he can't know, etc. And I do get in terms of trying to prevent, but lying about the fact that, well, Enzo is dead, you just also got that conflict in regards to, well, it's not going to help matters because he's going to find out eventually. And even Damon was aware about the fact that, well, something does feel off. I can't get in contact with him. I should be hearing about bodies popping up all over the place. So Damon was going to figure it out anyways. Even with the whole Never Have I Ever game, he was at his limit, and he was deciding, you know what, I'm going to find out what's going on with Enzo, because there's clearly something going on in regards to Enzo, and no one's telling me. So yeah. But yeah, he was going to find out. It's just the fact that Stefan kept this whole secret about, I mean, that's it though. He doesn't need to feel guilty because he has nothing to feel guilty about. Probably not being able to stop Enzo from killing himself. That's probably the only bit of guilt he can have. And just worried about, okay, is Damon going to go off the rails, etc. So, but in terms of being the one responsible for killing Enzo, Stefan's clean from that. So yeah, but yeah. Like I said, there was the whole thing with the travelers and the fact that Tyler has been suppressed. We've kind of seen it before with Catherine Elena, but also there is a bit more of a higher stake with the fact that the traveler's knife gone. But yeah, I really, really did like the fact that Matt and Jeremy did try to get the answers out of Julian, and yeah, they were obviously too late in regards to trying to get to Julian's body. And yeah, it's all a matter on how we're gonna undo this shit when it comes to Julian. But hopefully we'll find a way. Like I said, I'm not vibing still with Marcos, which is a shame, but I guess it is what it is when it comes to some villains are just not going to be as grand as your Catherine, your even Klaus, etc. So yeah, but yeah, so yeah, some neat stuff in terms of emotions and all of that being explored. But yeah, I'm very intrigued to see what's going to happen with the final 2 episodes. And then we can move on to season 6. So yeah, excited to check that out. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Toodles!